NXIVM celebrity sex cult trial leader Keith Raniere guilty on all counts. New York/CNN, the jury has ruled group founder guilty on all counts of crimes including racketeering and forcing women to have sex. In the prosecutor's closing arguments of the 58-year-old Raniere's racketeering trial were claims that the self-help group he founded was secretly a sex cult set up like a pyramid scheme. On Monday, prosecutor Moira Penza had called Raniere a con man, a predator, a crime boss. NXIVM sex cult conviction news conference. Prosecutors had shown the 16-person Brooklyn jury evidence of a number of crimes, ranging from images of child pornography to testimony from a woman who said she was tied to a table by Raniere and then forced to have oral sex performed on her by someone else. Raniere pleaded not guilty to charges including racketeering, sex trafficking, sexual exploitation of a child and human trafficking. He did not testify. EXCLSUIVE Video A. He has been in federal custody in Brooklyn since he was arrested in Mexico last year. Over 6 weeks, several women testified about how they blindly obeyed their masters, screamed when they were branded with Raniere's initials near their bikini lines and were pressured to have sex with him. Raniere ran an Albany, New York-based company that offered pricey self-help classes to thousands of people across the United States, Canada, and Mexico for 2 decades. An actress who multiple women testified they were misled about joining the group and were told it was a women's empowerment group. They later found out. Actress Allison Mack arrives at the United States Eastern District Court for a bail hearing in relation to the sex trafficking charges filed against her on May 4, 2018, in Brooklyn. Credit Gemmill County defense attorney Mark Agnifilo previously said Raniere firmly believes his ideas are sound, humanitarian ideas. Lauren Salzman, 42, who pleaded guilty in federal court to charges of racketeering and racketeering conspiracy in March, testified she was a master and had 6 slaves of her own. She was told that, while recruiting them, the masters would insist the recruits provide information about themselves as collateral to encourage the recruits to keep information about DOS a secret, according to an affidavit prepared by an FBI agent and filed with Raniere's arrest warrant. Several women testified in court that they shared sexually explicit photos, granted access to their bank accounts and recorded videos with damaging stories that would hurt their families and those closest to them. Some of the women, after being accepted into DOS, members would be branded near their bikini line with Raniere's initials, prosecutors and victims said. During the trial, prosecutors presented a series of recordings of conversations between and Raniere in which they discuss a ceremony for the branding. Mack pleaded guilty.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,